Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a build video. As you can see, I forgot to press record at the beginning, but I figured it's fine because it's just like a rectangle with two squares of space as the porch. So I figured that it's fine and I just went ahead and continued. So this build is for a grandmother. If your scoot over trick on the bed works, then you can have two Sims live here. If not, there's just one. And right here, I really should have waited to build this build until next week when we get split leveling, but I don't know. I just wanted to anyway. I was really in the mood to build this, so I kept it with the dark woods on the outside and the green. Green, like not green, but the green that the door is, really, and yellow. I think the door inspired everything because those colors are what take on onto the inside. So right now I'm just messing around with the roof. I tried a little bit of I thought a sunroof would be cool, but that didn't end up working at all. Yeah, that didn't work. I don't know how to do it right. And I know there's two rocking chairs here, but it just filled up the space the best. So even though there's only one grandma living here, I figured it was fine. And I tried these windows at first, but I don't know. I felt like they were a little bit too modern. So I ended up going for Parenthood, I think. Let's see. No, the Seasons windows, yeah. And I also realized after when I was taking screenshots, I forgot to put windows on the back and like the side. So right here on the front, I put this window, and that is all the windows for the build. I completely forgot. On the inside, for some reason, which is so weird. I don't think I've ever done that before. But yeah, that was really interesting. And I really like this foundation that I was using, but I really wanted to have stone on this part of the house just for some dimension. And it did not look right. Even though it's matching, I don't know. I feel like it was a bit much, and I didn't like that very much. So I do end up changing it, which I don't like as much because the top of the foundation is like gray, which, I mean, I guess matches the wood, but I mean the stone, but I don't like it very much. And this flooring that I'm using on the outside is actually Spooky Day flooring, which I was just recently gifted that last month, I think. And it is the best wood flooring for some reason. I'm not sure why. It is really nice. And then I just go with this wood paneling that's painted white for the rest of the build. And now I'm just doing some landscaping. I really like what I did with the little like front porch area thing. I really like this build. I know it's not the best, I'm not the greatest build ever, but I really like it. And right here, I'm doing a little bit of a pond. When I do the landscaping around the pond, I speed the video up a little bit faster just to try to get through it. And I'm not the best at landscaping at all, especially around this, and it's definitely not my best work. I love this build, but definitely for the type of perfectionist, it's probably way overgrown. You'll see that just in a minute. We speed through that real quick, but a little bit overgrown. And I think it's Get Together that has the really pretty murky water. I wish I had that. I don't have that pack. So we just have this pool colored water, but I still think it looks pretty nice. And I'm just adding some cats and dogs plants there, which I love those plants. I forget what those are called, but I really love them. I always had those around my houses growing up, and yeah, as you can see, it's a little much and probably a little too uniform, but I don't know. Base game like doesn't have a lot of plants. I think we need to like add a lot of more landscaping plants for sure. And I love this tree with like the little flowers on it. I just had to switch it, even though it doesn't match the rest of the world at all. But I'm not really one of those people that feels like it has to match the rest of the world. I know everybody else does, but I definitely don't feel that way. So yeah, I go ahead and I'm looking for the nifty knitting mailbox right here, and I'm like, I know I have this. Is it not installed in my game? It was. I guess I just always have these cheats on, and I didn't have them on. So I pull out the one at the bottom, this one right here, because I felt like the colors match the best. The others are a lot more pastel and just didn't really fit. And then I think right here is where I go and I make this like side yard where this is for an outdoorsy like grandma. There's no TV or anything in this build. So I put the flower arranging table right there. And yeah, this is about to get a lot more crowded. Like I said, some of you might think that this build is really, really overgrown, but I think it's still pretty cute. I really like it. And I just had some planter pots here, and I end up adding some hedges around this flower arranging table. And I add the scarecrow, which is kind of scary, I feel like. But when I try to take it away, I think I leave that footage in of me taking it away, and then it just looks kind of empty and weird. So I was like, I guess I have to keep this creepy scarecrow that just sits behind the grandma's rocking chair. Maybe I should have put some knitting stuff outside as well. I do put some knitting stuff inside. So the main packs, I only have like 4 packs. So the packs that are used in this build are Seasons, Nifty Knitting for sure, although only for like the rocking chairs, a rug inside, and some hanging plants. And the some cats and dogs plants. And I think that's about it. Oh, actually, I think I use Parenthood counters. So I'm pretty sure that's all the packs I have, and the Spooky Day flooring. But the flooring's easy to replace, and I think the packs that I do have are pretty popular. So hopefully you guys will all be able to download this. I actually need to remember to put this up on my gallery. At this point, I have not done that yet because I wanted to film this, and this is my very first voiceover with Facecam, and it took me a really long time to figure it out, and I still don't think I really figured it out. So, yeah, if you know how to do that, let me know, because I'm pretty sure the way I'm doing it right now is not right. So for the inside, because the wood and the windows were so dark and the outside was dark, I wanted to bring a little bit of light into it. So I bring in these light counters, and the bed is pretty bright, and we add a lot of color. I mean, I guess not a lot. It's not like pastel and stuff. It's just, like I said, some yellow, some green, and I really like it. Oh, and I add these yellow planter boxes, and I feel like that just made the build. My favorite color is yellow, so I mean, I think that it looks really, really good. And yeah, that just really added that pop that I felt like it needed. And I think that's what inspires me to bring out some color here. I actually think the stove is green, which this is the Parenthood stove with the Parenthood fridge. But when I looked, the fridge didn't have that same green. So yeah, that was weird. And I add a little bit of cabinets, and yeah. I see this happen in other people's builds, but as you can see, it's like frozen right now. Why does that happen? Because it's not like that in editing. And like I watched some of like Deligracy's videos, and the footage will stop like that and freeze for a bit. So I know it's not just me. So let me know if you know what that is about. And here I add these Parenthood curtains, which are the only curtains that I use in this build. I use them in the, yeah, I think still in the yellow swatch on the other side. I changed them to green here, but in the final, the end of the build, it is yellow again. Yeah. And I use this Parenthood wallpaper, lots of Parenthood in this, you guys. So I use this Parenthood wallpaper. I transfer it over to the bathroom as well. I felt like the matching just tile would look really, really nice, and I liked the colors. Really, really love the color pattern that I went with in this build. Really, really cute. And for the living room, I messed with a few wallpapers, which you'll see. I think I cut out some of it, but I go with matching Parenthood wallpaper that has this trim on the bottom, but not with the tile on top. And here I am trying to put these here, but then I kept checking. I'm like, can your sim walk through that? I have no idea. And yeah, so I eventually get it. I just put this one right here, but I do add some. I think I put the trash can inside for some reason. I'm not sure why I did that, but yeah, I mess with these right here. I think I just wanted to use them. I probably should have put some over the couch, but yeah. So the kitchen is really, really cute. I add this cactus, and I think that's about it for the kitchen. And here I was trying to figure out where to put the bathroom, and I wanted to put it on the left side, but the window was there. So I ended up putting the bathroom right here, and a dining table right next to the fridge. So there's not a sink in the bathroom, but it's a tiny house, and there's a sink in the kitchen, and so I figured that's all right. And I really wanted to use that cats and dogs table, but I felt like it was a bit much. So I ended up using this table, which I'm pretty sure I've never used before, like ever. And I feel like it fit though, because the tablecloth kind of matches the orangey tile in the kitchen, with the white, not white, but the light wood of the counters. So yeah, I add a painting up there. This is where I wanted to use this wallpaper, but then I was like, is that a bit much? I like it, but it's probably a bit much for the majority of you. So I go ahead and switch back to this plain wallpaper. And okay, so right here, I really wanted these pendant lights taking down, and it is such a bright corner. Look how bright that is. Hopefully that doesn't bother you because I keep it, because that's how much I wanted to have those mason jar lights. I wanted it so badly. So yeah, and then I work on the bathroom. I'm just choosing a door. I end up choosing the like barn door, this one right here. I love this door. I use it in like all the cabins because there's never really another place for it, but it's really cute. So here I'm just transferring the tile over, and I go with the season shower because it has this like brass frame to it, I guess. This one right here, best shower. And I use stone flooring, which I really like, and I just add a plant because I felt like without a sink it was missing something. So I just go ahead and do that, and that green is like the same shade as the rug in the door, which is so nice. This isn't like, I didn't know what I was going to do on the interior, but I am so happy that that nifty knitting door inspired me to have all this color. So here's where we bring the yellow in. I use this sunflower bed, which is one of my favorite base game beds actually. And I was having a hard time because all the end tables are very wide. So I had to go with this one, which wouldn't have been my first choice, but it matches. So I guess it's okay. And I use this lamp from Cats and Dogs, which I feel like is just a classic grandma lamp. And I love it. It's one of my favorite lamps, actually. And I put these over the bed. I do 3 of them in 3 different wood tones. And then I put the couch at the end of the bed. And I was torn between 2 swatches, the nifty knitting couch, because there's one that's yellow, this one right here with the green cushions, matches my whole color scheme, right? But then there's this dark green one with the yellow cushions as well. Okay, so now we're getting to the end of the build. I add this dark green couch and some knitting stuff, and that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!